Dear students, our question is meaning of internal trade and international trade. What are the similarities between internal trade and international trade? Meaning of internal trade. Trade signifies the exchange of goods and services, the trade which take place within the geographical frontiers of country is called internal trade. It is also termed as domestic or inter-regional trade or international trade. For example, trade among different states like Punjab and Haryana, Maharashtra and Gujarat constitutes internal trade or domestic trade or inter-regional trade. Meaning of international trade. International trade refers to the exchange of goods and services which takes place between two or more than two countries. It is also called external or foreign trade. For example, the trade between India and England is called international trade. Trade among various world trade blocs like NAFTA, SAARC, EEC, OPEC, and ASEAN, etc., is also an example of international trade. Similarities between internal and international trade. Number one, division of labor and specialization. Both internal as well as international trade are based on division of labor and specialization. Division of labor in a region or a country helps to promote the production of that commodity in which that region or nation tends to specialize. It results in internal and international trade. For example, specialization of Maharashtra in production of cotton textiles and that of West Bengal in production of jute is the basis of trade between the two regions. Similarly, specialization of India in the production of artistic goods and that of Japan in electronic goods serves as the basic of basis of trade between the two countries. This is the basic similarity between the two types of trade. Second point is exchange of goods. Both types of trade involve exchange of goods. In case of international trade, goods produced in different countries are exchanged, while in case of internal trade, goods produced in different regions are exchanged. Next point is objectives of trade. Whether the trade is internal or international, it aims at a rapid increase in level of production and profit. For the producers, profit maximization is the main objective while participating in trade. Cost of production. Internal as well as international trades are based on the principle of cost differential. If the cost of production of particular commodity in a particular region is more as compared to the other region, then the latter could prefer to purchase that commodity from the former rather than producing itself. Similarly, in case of international trade, difference in cost is assigned the topmost priority. For example, if the cost of production of commodity X is higher in country A as compared to its cost in group B, then A would prefer to import X from B rather than producing it within the country. Next point is maximization of social welfare. For the maximization of social welfare of the residents of region or country, the consumers should be given sovereignty to choose among different types of commodities and no restrictions should be imposed on consumption. It is possible only if the trade among different regions and countries is encouraged. It implies that for maximum social welfare, both types of trade are required. Mutual cooperation and coordination. Internal as well as international trade help to promote cooperation and coordination among different regions or states of country and among different countries of the world. Establishment of trade relations also leads to improvement in social and political relations. Increase in rate of economic development. Both types of trade help to increase the rate of economic development in different regions and the countries concerned. Increase in trade leads to increase in production and consequently the level of employment and income also increase, thereby resulting in a higher level of economic development. Voluntary transaction. The two types of trade involve voluntary transactions. The government of country may impose certain restrictions on trade but cannot force the residents to consume a particular commodity. It is clear from this explanation that there are no basic differences between internal and international trade. In the words of Ohlin, international trade is a special case of interregional trade.